Hey all, welcome to this video. Today is about a little productivity tip I have to share, and it's just a little bit about my setup. And if you have a larger monitor, then this will be for you. So let's jump into it. So my basic setup, or how you are used to see it in this on this channel, is that you have just a portion of my screen visible to you at times. And if you have a larger screen like I do, instead of multiple screens, it is great when you can have a easy and lean way to organize your panels, to organize windows, to just move stuff around and quickly organize it. So I know there's maybe even superior tools than the ones I will be presenting to you on Linux machines, but the way I'm having my setup currently is with Windows. And here what you can do, and that's the perfect solution I find, I have found for this setup, is that you use Microsoft PowerToys. Microsoft PowerToys, that's a extension, you could say, from Microsoft originally, which just enhances your functionalities. There's a bunch of stuff. I think also this double control click, which brings up this highlighting of the mouse, comes from PowerToys, I think. Well, but yeah, let's not dive into this. What I want to show you here is FancyZones. FancyZones is one of the, I find, most intuitive ways of just organizing your desktop. And how it works is like this. You have your desktop here, and then you have windows, and you have zones. And you can just drag and drop your windows onto those zones, which will then trigger a action, scaling the window to the zone, and you're set to go. So let's demonstrate that a little bit. So my full monitor looks rather like this, right? So you have a lot of windows. I see my OBS here on the right, top right. And if I have my Firefox here and I'm holding down Shift, you can see now the zones here, right? And so if I'm moving my mouse with the window dragged over to one zone, it will highlight this or dark light it. So, and you can see that there's also a special characteristic on the borders. So if I let go here, it will just scale it to this zone. And if I'm letting go here, it will scale it to both zones. So border means both zones. I'm not quite sure if that also works for the entire screen. Yes, it does. So, and the command button for this here is Shift. And you can activate it, deactivate it. You can edit your zones. Pretty good way to do this. So PowerToys, FancyZones, good way to go. The next thing I was searching for was a way to just focus on one particular task, because, you know, I think we've been all guilty to this. You're starting to do a task. Let's see. I was, for example, just coding a little bit here in VS Code. I was doing stuff here, and I had my Firefox browser maybe over here, and then I thought about something and had something here, and my focus went away rather quickly. So what I had in mind was, well, wouldn't it be awesome to just have blurry out everything else except the active window? And after a little bit of a GitHub search, I found some programmers which are developing solutions also for FancyZones right now. But what I've been ending up with was a tool called Dimmer, which is mentioned here. And I just downloaded it, and it's pretty awesome. And I just want to show it to you. So Dimmer is here. And in the standard way, which the default way, it's just going like this. And that's perfectly for me, must say. It's really cool. Because you can see now the Explorer window is now highlighted. And if I'm switching down to VS Code, this is highlighted. So I don't see anything of the other windows. I can still see it for sure, but I'm less tempted to shift my attention to those zones of the desktop. So this is pretty neat. There are some ways, and I want to show that to you, how to get rid of this module. Is you have to here down. I'm not sure if you can see this, but here, see here that you have the Dimmer here as an icon, and you can just also click on About. And maybe I will just shift back to monitor 1. You can see there's some options in here. For example, what I've tested was to just use an image instead of the default way. And the way to do this is pretty easy. You just make a shortcut and add the command options, or you use the terminal. So that's also possible. But if you do that with the image, you have an image.bmp which you're using here, and you can see now that all the hidden zones on your desktop are then covered with this image, which may be nice. For me personally, I will stay with the default way. But what you can definitely also adjust here is the brightness of the hidden zones. So this is also just a parameter which you can set. And I think, yeah, that's about it, right? So the dimmer is pretty cool. I really can recommend this feature. And lastly, I want to stress out why it's such a big deal for me too, because the screen I'm currently at is an OLED display, and OLED display, they suffer from the side effect called burn-in. I'm not sure if I have that open still, I don't think so, but a burn-in effect is, not burn effect, burn-in. It's affecting OLED displays, and that means that long exposures of still images or pixels which are activated for a long time, which those pixels will stay activated. And you will see that with test images that you have darker or brighter zones. For example, here you can see that on the screen of a mobile phone, right? So the icons are always in there, and you will see that they tend to fade out. And yeah, so burn-in is an effect which affects all OLED displays. And if you're having an OLED display, the best way to compensate for this is, for once, use a screensaver behind your desktop which shifts the pixels all the time. So this is one thing. You should use your screen like a normal TV, where every pixel has the same probability to get activated from time to time. So this is one thing. And the other thing is, do not turn that brightness up to 11, because higher brightness means a shorter lifespan of the pixels. So it's good to dim down. And what this does, this dimmer, it just shifts your focus to your application where you're currently at, but also it increases the lifespan of the other pixels around. So this is a pretty cool thing. And last but not least, hide the toolbar, because as you saw that with the mobile phone, same thing goes here for the title bar. I'm not sure you see that still. Yeah. So the taskbar, you don't want that, so you hide that. And pro tip on this is that it can turn, you can deactivate the animations in Windows 10, for example. And this will make the animation disappear and make it a lot easier to just go to the taskbar and yeah, so it's quicker. But that's just a small tip. So to recap, larger displays require you to have a tool where you can quickly organize your screens or your windows into different zones. PowerToys is the way to go for Windows, I think. The FancyZones feature is pretty cool. And if you want to just avoid that your focus is shifted away to other windows, you can get a tool like, for example, the LED dimmer. Works pretty good straight off the box. Just extract it, run it, and you can make a few options as I showed that to you, the picture or the brightness level, but it's a pretty decent state as it is in the standard default way. So I think that's all for today. If you have any questions, comments regarding this topic, please feel free to just leave a comment here. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you want. I will be happy to see more of those. And yeah, until the next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, guys.